Hey, 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 how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I changed my hair color. Y'all see it? Yeah, today's been one of those days, a migraine day. But I've been maintaining because I got stuff to do. Got stuff to do. Tomorrow night is the Echoes of Emotions Poetry Night. Gonna have an open mic, music, food, and fun. So if you're in the CSRA area, come on out and see me. Come on out and see me. Let's see if anybody's gonna come on with me. See if anybody's gonna come on with me. But I will say though, I'm just learning a lot about myself, and as I go through my daily lives, and after I do my different I say teachings and discussions and things like that, I'm just learning more about myself and setting boundaries and avoiding people pleasing behaviors because no, you need to be honest and upfront with people, let them know how you feel. You don't have to say, okay, you don't have to do and say things just because it's going to make somebody else happy or, to please them or whatever. Those are people pleasing behaviors. You don't have to appease to that. You are like I say, I'm my brother's keeper. You are your keeper. You are your keeper, and you got to look out for you. You know, you don't have to. If you're sitting there worrying about all the time, if somebody's gonna be, upset if you say no or upset if you don't do things the way they want it or the way whatever, and you just conform. No, that's not good. Conforming is not good. Don't put yourself out. I get, I don't say blending, but I get compromising to a certain extent, but don't do it to the point of putting yourself out because you're only gonna get burned out eventually. Because you're gonna be stressed because there's no reciprocation or there's no acknowledgement or appreciation or anything like that. But you always trying to appease to everyone else, trying to please everyone else. You can't live your life like that. You cannot. You gotta focus on the things that bring you peace and joy and that are gonna benefit you. I mean, yes, it's okay to help people and do things like that, or it's okay to work with someone and things of that nature, but ultimately you got to focus on what's going to benefit you in the long run, and that's not being selfish because sometimes it can benefit you to work with another individual or to help another individual or offer your services or whatever, whatever it is that you do, give somebody a ride or just a number of things. Sometimes it can benefit you. It can say, hey, you know this person really needs a ride to work, and the car just broke down. They really need that ride to work to get to work right, and if you can do it, then do it. But if you just absolutely can't, if it's completely out of your way, just gonna throw your schedule or whatever you got going on, it's gonna completely throw it off, then that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And hey, y'all in the I see 5 people on. Say hey in the comments. Let me know let me know who you are or where you're from, or just say hey. But you can't like I say, you can't conform to everything that somebody else wants or needs. You got to look out for yourself as well. And thank you all so much for coming on here. You got to look out for yourself as well, because and avoid these people pleasing behaviors, like not wanting to say no or just different things. Either somebody asks you something and you always saying yes regardless, and not thinking about your own schedule, your time management, or just your peace in general. You got to think about those things too. You can't just think about what everybody else needs and wants, because your needs are just as important. They're just as important. They are just as important. And yes, God tells us to look out for one another. Like I say, I am my brother's keeper. But who's gonna keep me? Who's gonna keep you? Right. I mean, ultimately, if you're a believer, ultimately, Jesus Christ, God's gonna, keep you. But here on this earth, we gotta look out for ourselves. We gotta watch out for, we gotta protect our peace, protect our time. Hi, Izuku, man. Thanks so much for speaking. I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you gotta look out for yourself. You can't always, be a people pleaser. You can't always be doing everything to make someone else happy, and that's whether it's your your spouse, your mate, your friend, your family member, you know, your coworkers, your job. Doesn't matter who it is, you know, at the end of the day, you got to respect yourself enough. You got to care about yourself enough, love yourself enough. Hey, Susanna, thanks so much for speaking. You got to love yourself enough, care about yourself enough to say, hey, you know, this is not benefiting me, or this is hurting me, or this is, you know, it's not helping me. And you got to take a stand for it. You got to take a stand for what's right. And looking out for you is what's right. Thank y'all so much for staying on. I appreciate the likes. Where are you in the world? Because it's dark. Where? Oh, I'm in the United States. I'm in the U.S. And I'm on the east coast of the U.S. right now. So it's actually 6:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what time is it where you are, Zuku? And how are you doing, Susanna? Yeah. Where are you? What part of the world are you in, Zuku? But yeah, like I said, you gotta look out for you. You gotta, you know, when you're doing things, you know, whether it's work, home, you know, family, whatever, you know, you gotta look out for you. You know, it's okay to, like I said, help people. And my appointment is here, so I will get back on at a later time. But thank you all so much for coming on here with me, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And just make sure you like and subscribe to Harobeds Thoughts. See you later.